guys, YNK here with YEKINDAR this time around for a new episode of CT Lock, and we're gonna jump into Dust2.
Dust2 is played in two different ways. One of them is Dust2 CT sided. One of them is, of course, like fighting heavy for long. If you're playing against a team that's finishing long a lot or is able to manipulate rotations after taking long, I think it's important to kind of negate that and take long and not allow them to have that space. And usually people would go like 3 or 4 long. It is a common thing to do, actually. To like before, when the doors were different, you smoke the cross. You don't allow them to see information how many cross be, and you go 4 long. One person is flashing this flash at 150 and this flash behind, and then he gets a dropped flash by the first spawn, so he has 2 flashes behind, and you have different ways. Usually you do first spawn Molotovs in-house, second guy Molotovs like this. You could also, like, if you hear them coming, you hear the flashes, you hear the smoke here, you could bounce like this. One guy pushes through blue, one guy pushes through like a bit. And that's like the common thing of long is if you lose after they take long a lot, you usually just go and fight it. The harder part is to play without long. That's the second variation of how to play Dust2 CT side, especially against a team that usually doesn't use long. I think one of the easiest ways is for one player to smoke this smoke. So you just come here, you aim at the end of the wire, and you jump throw. Or I accidentally double jump. What's the normal jump throw? Doesn't matter.
C.
Okay, C. So yeah, you usually throw this smoke. You stand here. You kind of like the guy who gets boosted short. He usually smoke. He jumps up, then he jumps on the player, jumps into short, and you could play the different variations. Usually this is the strongest with double ops. You can have an op covering mid or op going into lower, while the other op is getting boosted here and he covers top mid. And at the same time, you have a player running long. He has this smoke here, and he usually kind of showcases pressure. So he comes here, maybe like flashes for like models behind blue and flashes over or something, whatever. Kind of shows that we have long, but at the same time not showing that there's nobody there. And usually you have like many different setups. One of the setups is rifler being here, kind of at this angle, and offer, for example, getting boosted short like this, or an offer sitting under this box, getting a shot, going away, and then the offer being here, and you kind of leave the anchors alone for the first timing, but that's where your anchors are usually utilizing the maze. So basically, for example, a B anchor would run Molotov here, kind of listen, stay anti-rush close, doesn't see anybody. A good player will kind of focus on information around the map. If he understands that not many people are tunnel, he can like jiggle with the smoke here safely. When he spots somebody, smokes like this, and jumps out on the box. Usually this is one of the strongest, because people run out and try to kill you on the car, but you're on the box. There's like these many things, but those are the 2 main macro points of CT side Dust2.
And let's say you don't play for long, or you give it up, maybe you don't have a ton of utility, and they do take it and they're trying to, maybe end the round along. What are the couple of things that maybe you can try and do without long to either defend or maybe just give it and then play a sort of a retake?
I mean, the usual idea is when people take long, especially if they take it fast, if you don't have long, you have to take short. If you don't have short, you have to have long, like one of the 2, right? If you leave both short and long, a good team is gonna eventually split you. B players' kind of reactions, and maybe one of the A players as well, like a rotation player or whatever, B players' reactions after they take long is usually either push tunnel and find the lurker, or a second variation is kind of one A player coming short here, and the mid player coming close mid doors, and they're kind of re-clear mid, and the same idea, they re-clear the tunnel through lower instead of upper, and then they kind of connect with the B player afterwards. If D side starts the pressure with like a Molotov car, one of the like easiest ways to delay is like you smoke car, they're afraid of car, they think you could be behind car, whatever, doesn't matter. Or you could utilize the smoke, for example, like if D side is if D side like smokes the cross, right? Then you can always kind of utilize your smoke and smoke in front of it like this, and they kind of waste this time going around, and at the same time you could be like on the box above here. At the second part, after you understand that they're on long, you'll re-clear the tunnel. You left a player here. Usually people leave a player here. that's gonna spot like the B rotation. You usually have a player here and a player in lower. This guy spots top mid, and when long is getting pressure, he rotates, and the lower guy stays alone, kind of watching both. And you usually understand the timing of T side, kind of faking and going B, because it's like if nothing is happening for a long time, and your main objective also as a CT side is like on timing, you need to get flashed here to check if like how many people are here, and this is free information. Sometimes you can see like 3 people here, and you know they're finishing long. The main idea afterwards is to utilize the defensive smoke when they start crossing, right? And defensive smokes can be done in different ways. Like one of the most popular now is here in the corner. You smoke like this, and you play, for example, on the box here, punish here, watch like this, kind of hide inside around the smoke. Second one is the classic that from CSGO as well, like this, and you can kind of play around goose, and you can have these good angles. In CSGO there was a one-way before, now there's not, but it's still not bad. And the third one, I think one of the most popular ones is smoking the barrels here and kind of playing around here, having this ramp cross, peeking to the right if needed, and whatever. And utilizing one of these 3 smokes with supportive utility from CT, for example, Molotov, or one player getting flashed through on timing, or spamming or breaking the smoke. And that's why now it's a lot harder to finish accidentally set up.
And I saw you guys also have, you know, a sort of a B rush, and you have the smokes from spawn too. So has anything changed much for the B players when it comes to CT side in terms of protocols?
I think overall the main thing that changed, yeah, we're using like lurk smoke, door smoke, whatever. But I think the main thing that changed is you have to kind of use a little bit more nades early, I believe. I think if people pre-smoke doors, I think it's on T side it's a little bit easier to manipulate kind of like, are you B rushing or are you faking, you know? And that kind of forces the CT player kind of, they see the smoke, okay, like I have to use Molotov HE. There are players who like are greedy, right? They, for example, jump, they see the boost and up in suicide, and they're like, okay, I'm not gonna use any utility tunnel because I don't believe they're gonna go out or whatever. But now I feel like B players are beginning to be like scared, beginning to be scared, and of course these no skybox smokes, like you could smoke like doors from here and kind of have four players tunnels, not making a pin sound, kind of going close. Door smoke is bouncing and people are running out here, and you're like, you as a B player, you understand you have a middle player, but suddenly your middle player is behind the smoke and you're getting flashed and you're getting mollied, and then it's GG. I would suggest for players to play around here, the jiggling here, especially against like kind of lower opposition that doesn't necessarily kind of punish you for jiggling.
And you know, let's say it is getting late into the round, you're playing 3A, right, committed, and 2 guys B. In case of a mid to B comes in, it's the most important thing is to just pick where you want to fight, right?
Usually it depends on the utility. Usually even the A players are communicating with the B players of like, okay, can I play towards A? I believe like short as possible, right? Or should I stay CT? Like, are you fine on A, like along here on ramp, for example, right? This is usually utility based, like around your teammates. So for example, I'm playing A rotator, right? This is specifically my role. If I understand like Casper is offing here, he has like smoke Molotov to delay, like, or he's offing here, he has a Molotov to bounce off this box, so they cannot like really. I missed the Molotov, and the new Molotov is fucking shit. Yeah, but bouncing a Molotov, so it gets delayed, then he has like flashes that I can run up CT like after they go out short or whatever. I understand. Okay, I'm gonna play towards mid. I'm gonna support my teammates. Or at the same time, I'm not certain what's happening, but I see Russ has a smoke Molotov, for example, right? And he's jumping doors. And usually, if B players don't have any grenades, usually you have the CT player being CT, and that means that's gonna allow the 2 B players kind of to fight mid, and the CT player is gonna go out in the smoke on timing. This is exactly what you're saying, choosing your fight. Second variation, of course, of like if I'm not like somebody's, for example, I'm not CT, or even if I'm CT, like playing this like double up with rifles kind of here close, kind of ready to push in when B split is happening, or if they start taking short, kind of finding this information that it's for sure A, and kind of allowing me to rotate back towards A. This is the main thing to play. With the smoke molly, as I said, it's like you just smoke this, right? You molotov into window. As soon as things happen, the usual position would be under window and car. Against this would be the classic. This guy kind of spotting tunnels and everything, and window, and punishing this guy. And this guy is usually anti-flash, either here watching like this, or he's watching tunnel like this.
Thank you guys for watching. This was another episode of CT Lock. See you at the next one.